everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing fantastically well. Today we have a different video. We have a crystal cleansing video. I normally do this every month, more or less. It's not that I have set times for it, but I like to do it often because I do use my crystals quite often. So I want to set intentions for them, cleanse them, and of course charge them, because think of a crystal like your phone. It won't work unless you charge it, right? So you have to charge it, but also you need to cleanse the energy that it holds. So these crystals have already been charged, and what I'm going to do right now with you is set the intentions that I want for these crystals. Different crystals work with different vibrations, so I set different intentions with them. I'm not going to go through all of them. I probably go through half of them in this video, and then check out my Spanish channel where I will do the rest of the crystals, or as many as I can, obviously without dying in the try. This is a very reflective time, and it's a very in-depth setting intentions session. So if you have any crystals with you, I invite you to join me, and let's get started. So what do I have? I've got my Tibetan singing bowl, which I normally use for the house. I go around corners where energy tends to get stuck. I also have my Palo Santo here, which I use for cleansing. And I also have my a candle. This candle in particular smells of hyacinth, which it's super nice. I've got a door open so that the energy can flow. And that's it. I've got the best intentions, a cup of tea, and let's get started. So what I do normally is burn the Palo Santo. Please be careful because obviously it's burning and you don't want to, overdo it. Sometimes the Palo Santo takes its time to burn, and that gives us a little bit of understanding on how the energy that we are working with is. So in this case, it's perfectly fine. Normally Palo Santo turns off, so it goes off. So don't be worried about that, because it's not incense sticks or bahor or anything like that. So yeah, it won't stay on for a long time. You can also use white sage for this matter. White sage is a neutralizing smudge, so it sort of gets rid of any energy, and then Palo Santo brings in good energy. I did a spring cleaning in my house, and I haven't gone through the whole of my house with the Palo Santo, but I normally would do that, or the Tibetan singing bowl. So let's get started. I'm going to grab my pink quartz. I don't know if you can see it, probably you can. I'm just going to place it here, and what I do is go around 3 circles from left to right, so in clockwise, right? And why do I do that? Because I want to bring something. When I want to get rid of something, I go the other way around. So I undo counterclockwise, right? So I go with the Palo Santo. What is rose quartz used for? It's good for attracting love, but within yourself. I set the intention to enhance my love to myself, to open my heart. Let's do the same with the other ones. I set the intention to open my heart. I have more. I love pink quartz. It's one of my favorite crystals. I set the intention to open up my heart for love. Okay, by the way, this is not for attracting a partner. The crystals to attract a partner is actually strawberry quartz. It's super, super sexy. So if you want to spice up your relationship, do go for strawberry quartz. We also have salmon quartz, which is super powerful as well for that intention. But strawberry quartz, let me tell you, is like super sexy. And this is for attracting a partner. This is for being open to love. This is for receiving love from someone else. We're going to cleanse them. And I like to take each one of my crystals and feel it and set the intention. I'm setting this intention mentally. Because it's a bit private. Okay, fantastic. We're gonna go with another pink quartz because this might seem like it's actually not a pink quartz because it's white, it looks white. But if you can hold it like that and then put it on the light, I can see it on the light of the candle, you can see that this is pink. If it wasn't pink, it would be clear quartz, right? We don't have white sort of quartz like that, or they're not that common. And then I'm going to set the same intention. I am welcome to receive love. Please welcome in love in my love area. So I place this one in the love area of my house to enhance the actual effects that it has. These two, they don't just sit there, they are placed in my bedside tables because they are enhancers of self-love, rest. This is a very calming heart chakra crystal. Okay, we're going with the easy ones because the other ones that might be a little bit more complex, I generally like to take more time with them, and perhaps it's something that is a bit more personal for me to share here, but you can do it your own. This is a process for you, with you and your crystals, okay? So they are there to help you out. Okay, so now we are going to go with one of my favorites. This sits in the front of my, like in my front door. And it's a black obsidian. You may have seen it in a short that I have. Protect my house from any unwanted energies and people. And I put it alongside my selenite, which is a super powerful protective crystal. I used to have another one and it broke. Protect my house and bring in only good energy. I said 3 circles, but you do as you please, okay? I mean, 3 is the minimum for me, but maybe if I'm saying like a sentence or a statement that I want to do, I would actually take a little bit longer. So take your time, take your space and set the intentions. So as I said, I used to have another one. It broke in half. And of course that symbolizes that it's protecting you or is working. We can't really keep it when it's like that because it's broken, and it sort of defeats the purpose of a protective crystal. It's done its job with us. So now we have to give it back to Mother Earth, and the ideal thing is to either hide it or bury it or just throw it in nature so that you can give back what you received. I think I put it in the bin because I didn't know about this until I was told. But just so you know, and you don't do the same mistake. We are all humans and we are all here learning about what we do, right? Okay, now a fun, very fun crystal for me, which I place by the window in my prosperity area. I place 2 there. And the 2 that I place are selenite, and sorry, not selenite, citrine. So yellow quartz or citrine is a gorgeous crystal. As you can see, it gives me goosebumps when I hold this. It's got a lot of Leo energy, very revitalizing, very exciting, and it's super good to attract positive energy. You can see it's uplifting, it's super fun, and I have 3 of these. I know exactly what I've got, which is good because I treat them like they are part of my journey, right? So I make it very mindful. This is a very mindful step. I'm sorry if I'm sounding like too repetitive, but most important thing with anything you do in terms of crystal healing or any sort of healing is to set your intentions and make them open, right? And put them out to the universe for the good of all and the harm of none. So it's very important to take your time to know what you want, and also learn your crystals. There's no point in actually collecting them if you're not going to know what they are for. They might look just pretty, but it's good to also give them some time to get to know them, etc. It might sound a little bit woo-woo to some of you, and perhaps it will be a bit woo-woo. Welcoming good intentions, good flow of energy, and good vibes. Welcoming good vibes in my house. Thank you. So, yeah, it might sound a little bit woo-woo because not many people take a lot of time in getting to know what they have in their homes. And that's something for me that is super important, because if I'm going to bring something to my space, I want for it to be super intentional. At least that's my goal. And I want it to be like super charging and give something in my life and support me with my goals, right? Okay, so if any of you, let me have a sip of tea, bear with me. If any of you suffers from anxiety, fears, or blur, this is a crystal that will 100% help you. And this is smoky quartz. It's a beautiful quartz. It's in the raw state. This have been polished, but this is as it appears in nature, and it's super beautiful to look at, very calming. And I like to carry this with me on my pocket, in my pocket, or have it next to my working space so that I don't get overwhelmed, I get reminded, etc. Of course, this has also got to do with how you feel about your crystal, how you believe that it's going to help you. There is another element of that. Bring me good energy and calming energy at times of unrest. Whoop. So this is going somewhere. I'm placing them like that because I know exactly where they go, so that I can create a flow with my crystals. Now, the other ones that go by the window in my prosperity area are, of course, one of my favorite crystals ever. I think I have another one in my bag, actually, is Pirate. So Pirate is called also Fool's Gold, and it's meant to help you attract material wealth to your life. You can see it's super beautiful. This crystal really benefits from the sunlight and getting charged with it, as well as this one. So they are super charging and super revitalizing and super focusing as well. I can spend a lot of time looking at it, and it's sort of like it's so sparkly and it glimmers so much that it makes me so happy. Maybe in another life I was a magpie because I really like shiny objects and shiny things and sparkly sort of things, right? I love it. Okay. I welcome in material wealth into my life. Thank you for helping me achieving my material goals, my wealth, my material wealth. Thank you for protecting my wealth. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, what next? So these ones go there by the window bay. By the way, Palo Santo is super messy, so you might also do a little bit of cleansing with the singing bowl, but I find it a little bit more complicated because if you do it, you have to like hold each one and then you know go with the bowl, etc. For pieces like this one, which is in my prosperity area as well, I go with this. I cleanse it with an incense stick. I go with intentions, etc. But generally, I go with the Palo Santo for the rest of my crystals. Okay, so which one next? Let me think. Okay, so maybe we can do Celestine. Celestine is a beautiful blue. I mean, this is raw, is unpolished, and never wash this, as well as this, or there's so many crystals that you can't wash. I'm not gonna go each one by one because it will be a very long video, but some of them cannot be washed because you know you will disintegrate the crystals, right? For example, this one is made out of sand, out of desert land. So if you put it in water, it will totally disintegrate eventually, right? Because this is formed by the wind and the collision of the wind in the sand. So beautiful crystal. This is the desert rose. Sorry, I can talk for England, but yeah. Don't put in water your crystals because not all of them get charged by water. Safest thing to do is charging them with the sun. Not too long either because the color can fade out. The moon is also very safe. Do not do it on an eclipse. Moving on. Okay, we went with the Celestine. Okay. By the way, that's a very famous book from medieval Spain, La Celestina, which was a very old woman who wanted to marry, who was like a matchmaker, right? Celestine, La Celestina. Anyway, so what is this crystal good for? This is good for your bedside table, to be protected by angels. So thank you for protecting me while I'm sleeping and keeping an eye out for my good night sleep. This is going by my bedside table as well as this. Look at that eye. Can you see the eye? This is a super protective falcon eye crystal, and it mesmerized me when I looked at it. All of the eyes, so bull's eye, tiger eye, falcon eye, they are super alerting and energizing. So I wouldn't necessarily put a tiger's eye by my bedside table because I would be alert, but perhaps I would put this one in a corner of my room where I feel that the energy flows very, very much. The chi moves very often. So yeah, I place this also in my bedroom so that I feel protected when I sleep. It keeps an eye for me. Thank you for keeping an eye out for me. And keeping the space safe. Okay, so I'm gonna do a last one which will be, let me see. What am I gonna do? I'm going to supercharge my aventurines. There is one missing. Might be in my pocket. Not in my pocket, sorry, in my wallet. So the reason why I put this in my wallet is because it's green, the color of prosperity, alongside red, as you know. And this aventurine, I normally place it, sorry, my fingers turned black because they got burnt. They enhance the travel area of your home. So I would place these in the travel and helpful people area of my home. Look at the Bagua map on Google. Maybe I can do another video on Feng Shui so that you can see how you can use these crystals around your house. So yeah, aventurine enhances money, and it also enhances travel, etc. This is the Sagittarius. It goes very well with Sagittarius. I think I gave one to my bestie who's a Sagittarius, and she probably lost it. I don't know. Probably lost it. I give out a lot of crystals and I tell people my best intentions with them because I always carry crystals with me. And if I'm feeling it, I'll give them one of the crystals that I have because I want to share my knowledge, my joy, and the power of crystals. Of course, anytime someone gives you a crystal, it's super important to do what we are doing, which is cleansing them, setting tensions, and be sure that they are charged. It's also the rock for good luck. And I'm setting my intentions mentally, by the way. Okay, guys, so I think with this crystals, we have more than enough. There's a couple of coins here as well, which I put them for prosperity and also because, you know, I like to keep my lower denomination coins with a crystal so that they can be enhanced. If you want to know how I created a prosperity bowl, I can do that as well, so that it can help you grow your wealth and your prosperity, which is not always wealth. So I hope you like this video. There's a lot of crystals left, which I'm going to do over my Spanish channel. We have, I don't know, we have loads. Of course, one of my favorite is this beautiful amethyst, as well as this one. I've got loads of amethyst because I find it very alluring. So I put them there. Chalcopyrite. I've got several chalcopyrites. I don't know. I'm going to continue my cleansing of my crystals, and then yeah, head over to my Spanish channel so that you can see the full collection there. Thank you so much for watching from my dirty black fingers, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.